One of the other things that is kind of useful, I think, is the lesson. We'll go in here and add a lesson. We can add this thing, and it's going to come up, and we'll call it my first lesson. And again, we have all of the kind of standard options here. Progress bar. What do you want to show on these things? I'll just open them all up. Flow control, grade, categories, show it. One of the things that is going to be useful to us here in a few minutes is a prerequisite lesson. I don't really have any other lessons right now, but so much amount of time spent on it. If you want to flip a class, or if you have some video or some activity that you think the students should spend a certain amount of time on, we can daisy chain these things together in order to do that. Category, grade 100, quiz, homework, test. We can call this one a homework one, whatever we want to call it. Activity completion condition, if we have anything that is available to us that we want to do. If we say that they wanted to have the term paper completed before they could actually do this thing, must be marked complete. And then it'll show this as grayed out. Again, to complete this activity, we say the students must get a grade in this one, and then we can save and return to course. Just want to show you what it looks like when we go down here because of that condition we put on it. It says my first lesson. It says restricted, not available until activity term paper is marked complete. So they would have to have submitted their term paper before they could go down and do this activity. In order to put some content in this activity, I'm going to go back here and click on it, and now we have the edit function. We can import questions, we can add a content page, add a cluster, add a question page. Let's say we want to add a content page, and we'll call this watch movie. How's that? Watch movie, and let's go and we get the right one here. Insert the Moodle media. And we'll go up here and click find or upload a sound file. Let's go to YouTube and search videos. I'm just going to go get another one of mine. Just to put something in there. So we have, select this item, insert it, CWNA RF fundamentals. We have some, this says description down here. This actually is going to wind up being a shortcut. So I'm going to put I've finished the video. And when we do that, we'll say that we're going to go to the end of lessons. The lesson will be complete after we do that. We save the page here. We can go back and preview it. When we look at it, I finished the video, and if we click on that, then it goes to view all grades, return to demonstration, demonstration being the name of the course that we're in. So we can return to this one. So what we've got here, if we go back and look at it, is a video that runs, 75 minutes. If we allow the student to just click on it and say, yes, I did it, and I watch 15 seconds of it and move on, then that's what many of them will do. Not all, but many of them will do. What we can do with this, now that we have created this one, is go back to our class and create a second lesson. So we have my first lesson here, so let's go back here and create a second lesson and add it. And when we go in here, and I always call this like activate resources. And in this thing with appearance, we have the same options that we had before. I'm going to expand all of these. The thing that we can now do is dependent on my first lesson, and we say that they have to spend at least 60 minutes in that one before it is marked complete. Grade category, grade whatever, not there. I'm going to go down here and say the students, to meet this condition, the students must receive a grade, because I'm going to go back and put a grade page on this thing. I'm not going to make this a prerequisite. I'm just going to say that they have to have watched at least 60 minutes of the video, or at least played it for 60 minutes before they can do that. I can now go in here and do a save and display. I can save and return to course and click on it. Save and display is going to actually open this thing up for me. So now then I can go add a question page, and I just do something really simple like true false, add a question page. And it says that watch the video, and you can merge this any way you want, obviously. I watched the video. I watched all the video. Answer yes. This is the correct response. And when that happens, plain text, we can put a different format, and if we have a response there, and the wrong response is no. And this is again when we can save this page, wrong answer, jump to next page, previous page, end of lesson. We could actually, I guess, make them go someplace else, but in the next page, the correct answer we want them to go to end of lesson. So now we can go into this thing. I'll watch the video, save the page, maybe save the page. It's just being really kind of a pain on page contents, isn't it? Save the page, preview the page, and we go back here. I watched the video, yes, submit. And it will go to the end of the lesson, and we can then activate the resources. What happens there is, and let's go up here to just, let's pretend, actually, we can move these down here. Let's say the demo quiz was one of the resources. You notice the little crosshair, I can drag it down here, and let's put it down underneath here. We can now go into the demo quiz, and let's turn all this stuff on. And it's adaptive mode, and none of the other stuff has changed. Now we can go down here eventually and say that activity completion condition is my first lesson. Activate resources must be marked as complete. And remember, to get to the activate resources, you had to watch the video for 60 minutes. That allowed you to get into the activate resources. Once you're into the activate resources, you have to answer. You can answer the question yes, and that will then activate this resource. And then we're going to show it grayed out until those things actually happen. Just to see if some of that works, let's switch to a student. Let's see what the student's going to see here. Well, we go down here. Let's say they didn't watch the video. Activate resources, and it says you must complete the following conditions. My first lesson, spend at least 60 minutes in this lesson, so it keeps them out of that until they actually watch the video for 60 minutes. And in the demo quiz, you don't even get the ability to actually click on it to try anything. So they have to watch the video that's embedded in my first lesson. And we had to do the term paper first, so you can restrict those things one from the other. Once you're done looking at what goes on as a student, you just go back up here and click return to my normal role, and you'll get back into your instructor role. That, I think, shows how to sequence things. Let's do some others in here. Let's just add a couple quizzes without any questions in them. I know I don't have any questions in it. We could go back here, activity completion, say that we got to get a grade. Student must get a grade. Save and return to course. I know, let's say fake quiz 1. Save and return to course, and then let's do a fake quiz 2 maybe. And you know how to sequence one to the other, or whatever else. Well, we'll do a couple of things with this. Let's call this one fake quiz, if I can spell it, 2. And again, we could go in and do the timing on that. What we can do on this one, restrict access, activity completion says that fake quiz 1's got to be done before we can do fake quiz 2. So that allows you to control the order that your students do things. And what I didn't do in this one was, I think, put a say what has to happen, activity completion. We want to, again, when the student gets a grade, to be able to do that. So I think what I want to do is go in here and add one more topic, just to demonstrate one other thing that allows us to control more of what the student does and doesn't do in the order that they do it in. Okay, so we've added the other topic. One of the things that I do is make my topics in weeks, and I would like for them to finish week 1 before they go to week 2 and finish week 2 before they go to week 3, because the courses are generally set up to do a certain amount of work and then build upon the foundation one week to the other. So what we can do is go into the topic 5 here and restrict access when we go into this thing. Let's add a couple more activity conditions to this thing and say that activity completion, that fake quiz 1's got to be done and fake quiz 2's got to be done. Hide this section entirely. Let's show the section is grayed out, save changes, so that now, until they've done topic 4 work, they can't get into topic 5. They'll see restricted available until activity fake quiz 1 and fake quiz 2 is complete. And you can put as many restrictions on that as you want to. That helps make the system work a little bit better so that you can have some assurance that they've done the prerequisites for week 2 during week 1 before they actually start the week 2 work. With that, I'm going to stop this one and thank you for watching.